Welcome back to my channel, ProBest Projects. Today I'd like to talk to you about the PMP 2021 exam. A lot of people are nervous and curious about what this new exam will entail and the level of complexity compared to the previous exam. I've compiled 5 facts for you. Facts that will help you understand what these changes are all about and hopefully help to alleviate any fears or apprehension that you may have. Let's take a look. But why is the exam changing? The Project Management Institute is constantly seeking opportunities to improve on its products and services. The previous version of the exam failed to address a number of trends in project management, which are now to be incorporated in the new 2021 version of the PMP exam. Fact number 1. The PMBOK Guide 6th edition is still relevant to the PMP 2021 exam. It is, however, important to note that there are some concepts and areas that are unaddressed by the 6th edition, but there are a large number of commonalities. Similarly to the previous version, it will require some experiential knowledge as well. Some people have the understanding that the PMBOK Guide 7th edition is what will inform the content of this new exam. However, that is not the case. The PMBOK Guide 7th edition will be published sometime in 2021, but an exact date has not yet been given. The new version of the PMP exam, however, is scheduled to roll out January 2, 2021. Fact number 2. New domains. The PMP exam calculates performance by domains. In the previous version of the PMP exam, the domains were synonymous with the 5 process groups: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. In this new version of the exam, there are 3 domains. These domains are people, process, and business environment. The people domain covers 42% of the exam, the process domain 50% of the exam, and the business environment domain 8% of the exam. Under each, there are a number of tasks which represent the responsibility of the project manager. I'm going to be listing all the tasks under each domain, but you can look forward to my future videos where I'll be discussing each task in detail. The people domain has 14 tasks. These are 1. Manage conflict. 2. Lead a team. 3. Support team performance. 4. Empower team members and stakeholders. 5. Ensure team members or stakeholders are adequately trained. 6. Build a team. 7. Address and remove impediments, obstacles, and blockers for the team. 8. Negotiate project agreements. 9. Collaborate with stakeholders. 10. Build shared understanding. 11. Engage and support virtual teams. 12. Define team ground rules. 13. Monitor relevant stakeholders. And 14. Promote team performance through the application of emotional intelligence. The process domain has 17 tasks. These are 1. Execute projects with the urgency required to deliver business value. 2. Manage communication. 3. Assess and manage risks. 4. Engage stakeholders. 5. Plan and manage budget resources. 6. Plan and manage schedule. 7. Plan and manage quality of products or deliverables. 8. Plan and manage scope. 9. Integrate project planning activities. 10. Manage project changes. 11. Plan and manage procurement. 12. Manage project artifacts. 13. determine appropriate project methodology, methods, and practices. 14, establish governance structure. 15, manage project issues. 16, ensure knowledge transfer for project continuity. And 17, plan and manage project or phase closure or transitions. And finally, the business environment domain has 4 tasks. 1, plan and manage project compliance. 2, evaluate and deliver project benefits and value. 3, evaluate and address external business environment changes for impact on scope. And 4, support organizational change. If you've been studying, then each of the listed tasks would sound familiar and quite similar to concepts recorded in the PMBOK Guide 6th edition. I look forward to us taking a closer look at all the relevant information under each of these tasks. Fact number 3, have predictive, half agile or hybrid approaches. These approaches will be found throughout the exam within all 3 domain areas. In the previous version of the PMP exam, in-depth knowledge of the Agile practice was not so much a requirement. Agile questions would appear, but not as much as to cover 50% of the exam. Just to briefly define these concepts, Predictive speaks to the waterfall approach. And with this approach, the scope, the time, the cost, they are defined very early in the project, and it's managed closely so as to minimize any change or any deviation from what was originally intended. The Agile approach, however, is an adaptive approach. It's characterized by flexibility. In fact, one tenet of the Agile Manifesto says responding to change over following a plan. So it's flexible. The hybrid approach is just a combination of approaches best suited for the project. Fact number 4. The number of questions on the PMP exam remain the same, as well as the hours to complete the exam also remain the same. So 200 questions on the PMP exam and 4 hours to complete them. Fact number 5. Different, not difficult. A number of people are of the view that the new PMP exam will be harder than before, and this thinking is largely because of unfamiliarity. We don't fully know what to expect, and that for many of us is scary. I chose to look at it as different and not necessarily more difficult. A shift in perspective will change how you approach the exam. I'm currently a CAPM holder and will be sitting the PMP exam in this new epoch. I look forward to sharing with you all the lessons learned from my experience. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit like, to hit subscribe, and also to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I post more informative videos like this one. Share this with a friend so that they can benefit from this information too. Stay tuned for this week's Pro Trend. This week's Pro Trend is brought to you by ProBest Projects. Soft skills in project management. Soft skills, often referred to as people skills, are those character traits and behaviors, aspects of your persona that help you to relate to others well and to thrive in the work environment. A greater emphasis is now being placed on these skills as being essential to project success. Notice, people is an entire domain in the new version of the exam. Project managers tend to focus a lot of energy on managing the scope, the cost, the time, and quality, and yes, that is essential. Soft skills, however, are also critical to all of these, as they are required to keep the team in harmony and to keep the team members goal-oriented. Soft skills critical to project managers include, but is not limited to, communication, leadership, negotiation, conflict resolution, emotional intelligence, and teamwork.